Over the next 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to talk a bit about where the podcast has come from, where it's going, and recap the end of season 3 and the beginning of season 4. So, where am I? I am currently back at Kelly's Creek, the spot where the podcast began a little over 3 years ago. Having been the anniversary of the challenge beginning, that is the 10 million in 10 years challenge, which has somewhat taken a back seat recently. It is still a brand, it's still a thing, it's still a challenge that I'm aiming toward. But as we shift into a new season of the podcast, I felt that a new name was more relevant to what the podcast actually contained. And so therefore, the new name, Across the Table with David Melse. It's a really accurate title and a description of what the episodes are. They're conversations that I would like to have. They're people that I find interesting, give me energy, have got something going on. They're generally in business, but not always. They're usually people that have fascinated me in some way. There's a lot of repeat guests. There's a lot of people that I enjoy having across the table from me. And so I like getting them back every couple of months, couple of years, and recapping where they've come and what their journey is like. And so as we begin this new phase, I think about the journey, the things that have come and gone. I think about the sponsorships. I think about the production quality. I think about the fact of going from the car right here, Kelly's Creek, to the Loft, to Distinct, to 2 Distinct studios, and now to a third unit or a third studio within Distinct. It's a really awesome environment. It's nice and cozy, it's comfortable, it's warm. There is an amazing table, courtesy of the guys at Innate Furniture. We've got a new sponsor to announce for season 4. I'd also like to pay my thanks to all of the supporters, and especially to the 4 main sponsors of last season. So that is Tom Hardy from White Fox Real Estate, to the guys at Gerard's Insurance, to Stoke Homes, to Tom there, and then lastly to Rico Neurofit. These guys and businesses are all brands that I appreciate, respect. Most of the supporters and sponsors, I've either been a customer of them or we've done business together in some way. And so it's really cool to have that interaction. And now as we begin this new season with the team at Rosefern Homes, this is a really big moment. This is really cool. I've gotten to know the Rosefern guys over the last couple of years, and I'm excited to share a bit more about what they're up to. I feel like we're very much aligned in terms of mindset, beliefs, values, and so it was a really natural extension to work with them on a podcast sponsorship basis. So that will kick off the first proper episode coming soon. We do also have an archive of around 5 to 7 episodes that were filmed in the previous studio, so keep an eye out for those. And I'm just excited. We're going to go with the fortnightly cadence to begin with, and then perhaps move it to a weekly. In regards to what is happening with Alt and the business and brand that Alt is, we've got some exciting additions coming very soon. So we've just signed on a event coordinator who will start in the next 6 weeks. We've got a role listed currently for a content creator. That is partly to aid in the documenting of the journey. It's partly to work with some of the other brands and businesses that are within the Loft. And so we are aiming to have someone hired and starting before the end of 2025. As we move into 2026, we've got a few other roles that we'll plan to hire for. We're on the lookout for some contract business coaches to work under the brand currently. Anaru is doing amazingly well and very grateful for his work. The Altitude Collective has kicked off. We've now got the next 2 events planned and in motion. We've got a few spaces left, and the goal is to get to 20 members and then cap it off, reassess, see how it's working. We're continuing with the traditional Alt events. So that is the monthly breakfasts, the monthly lunches, and things are pretty good overall. I really can't complain. I just wanted to get on here, loop it back around to the very beginning point of the podcast and say thank you to everyone that's been a part of this in some way. So whether you're a supporter, a sponsor, a listener, anyone that's been involved in the production. I'm very grateful. It's a collaborative effort, and I'm looking forward to continuing on this journey, seeing where we can take it, and continuing on the process of documenting over creating. So I'm going to call it a day for now. Thank you for listening and watching. If you've made it this far, keep an eye out for season 4 coming very soon.